Muhammad Tito Karnavian, who was born in Palembang, has mixed Javanese and Sumatran heritage. He was born on October 26, 1964. Tito Karnavian attended SMA Negeri 2 Palembang for his high school education, then continued to the Indonesian Military Academy, Akabri, in 1987 because it was free and he did not want to burden his parents with the costs. In 1993, Tito completed his education at the University of Exeter in England and earned a master's degree in police studies. He also graduated from the Indonesian Police Science College, STIK, in Jakarta in 1996 with a bachelor's degree in police studies. In a telegram from the National Police Chief General Timur Perdopo, Inspector General Tito was appointed as the Chief of Papua Regional Police on September 3, 2012. However, he officially started his duties on September 27, 2012. National Police Chief General Badroddan Haiti reassigned several high-ranking officers of the National Police who were assuming or leaving leadership positions in various regions. Based on the police chief's telegram letter number Friday, June 5, 2015, the position of the new Chief of Metro Jaya Regional Police was assigned to Inspector General Tito Karnavian. One of the cases that garnered significant public attention during his tenure as the Chief of Metro Jaya Regional Police was the drama of the murder of a 27-year-old woman named Wayan Mirna, through cyanide at a coffee shop in a central Jakarta shopping mall, where the Metro Jaya Regional Police even collaborated with the Australian Federal Police. On June 15, 2016, President Joko Widodo sent a letter to the Indonesian House of Representatives, appointing Tito as the sole candidate for National Police Chief to replace General Badroddan Haiti, who was about to retire. The Commission 3 of the DPRRI approved this proposal in their plenary session, held in early July 2016. Tito was officially inaugurated as National Police Chief by President Jokowi on July 13, 2016. On October 22, 2019, National Police Chief Tito was honorably discharged by President Jokowi through a letter addressed to the DPRRI and approved in the third plenary session led by Puan Maharani, the Speaker of the DPRRI for the 2019 to 2024 period. He was then inaugurated on October 23, 2019, as the 29th Minister of Home Affairs in the Indonesia Onward Cabinet during President Jokowi's administration for the 2019 to 2024 period. In the Jessica Wongso case, 2016, the manipulation of CCTV footage at Olivier Cafe played a critical role in the investigation. The chief of the Jakarta Metropolitan Police at the time, Tito Karnavian, alongside Krishna Murti, the Director of General Crimes, held ultimate responsibility for the integrity of the investigation. Under their leadership, the team handling the case was tasked with uncovering and presenting evidence related to the incident. However, it was later revealed that significant tampering had occurred with the digital evidence. Specifically, digital forensic expert, Rizman Hasihalan Cyanapar, uncovered 37 pieces of scientific evidence indicating that the CCTV footage had been digitally manipulated. This tampering was carried out by Muhammad Na Al-Azhar and Christopher Hariman Rianto, who were operating under the direction and supervision of Krishna Murti. As the Director of General Crimes, Murti was directly responsible for the investigative processes and the actions of his subordinates, ensuring that all procedures adhered to legal and ethical standards. The accountability for this manipulation extended to Tito Karnavian, the chief of the Jakarta Metropolitan Police, who oversaw the entire police force. As the highest authority in the Jakarta Metropolitan Police, Karnavian was responsible for maintaining the integrity and professionalism of the investigations conducted under his command. The revelation of the manipulated CCTV footage raised serious questions about the conduct and oversight within the police force during this high-profile case. The involvement of Tito Karnavian, then Chief of the Jakarta Metropolitan Police, and Krishna Murti, Director of General Crimes, in collaboration with the prosecutors, played a critical role in the alleged manipulation of digital evidence. Specifically, this manipulation pertained to the contents of a flash drive held by the prosecutor, which contained CCTV footage. Initially, when factual witnesses testified in court, the flash drive contained only 11 CCTV folders. However, by the time Jessica Wongso was presented as the defendant, the number of folders had increased to 13, with the sudden addition of folders CCTV 15 and CCTV 16. This alteration indicated that the contents of the flash drive had been modified, raising suspicions of evidence tampering. The digital forensic analysis highlighted a crucial detail: the modification dates of the newly added folders, CCTV 15 and CCTV 16, did not match the modification dates of the other folders. Most folders had a modification date of January 12, 2016, while folders CCTV 15 and CCTV 16 were modified on July 21, 2016, and July 26, 2016, respectively. This inconsistency suggested that these folders were added or altered much later, potentially to manipulate the evidence in favor of the prosecution. The timing and nature of these modifications pointed to a deliberate effort to undermine the defense by introducing new evidence at a critical juncture, catching the defense off guard and limiting their ability to respond effectively. The manipulation was also made to the contents of folders CCTV 7 and CCTV 9 on the flash drive in the prosecutor's possession. Initially, folder CCTV 7 contained 4 video clips when Agus Triono testified on July 20, 2016. By August 10, 2016, when Muhammadna Al-Azhar was requested to play the CCTV 7 videos, it only contained 2 clips. Similarly, folder CCTV 9 initially had 3 clips on July 20, 2016, but only 2 clips by August 10, 2016. These discrepancies indicate that some files were removed or deleted, raising serious concerns about data integrity and evidence manipulation. The forensic implications of these changes are profound. The reduction in the number of video clips in folders CCTV 7 and 9 suggests that the evidence was tampered with, undermining its authenticity and reliability. Forensic analysis depends on the integrity of the original data, and any alteration can significantly impact the credibility of the evidence presented in court. The inconsistency in modification dates and the unexplained reduction in video clips create uncertainty about the completeness of the digital evidence, making it difficult for forensic experts and the court to determine which version of the evidence is accurate. This casts doubt on the overall reliability of the digital evidence and complicates the judicial process, potentially leading to unfair or inaccurate judicial decisions. The actions of Tito Karnavian, Krishna Murti, and the prosecutors in this context reflect a serious breach of ethical and legal standards. The unexplained changes in the video files raise issues of transparency and trust in the legal process. The lack of a clear explanation for these changes can be perceived as an attempt to manipulate the evidence, eroding public confidence in the fairness and reliability of the legal proceedings. Such actions suggest a willingness to bypass ethical guidelines to achieve a particular outcome, highlighting the need for stringent oversight and accountability in handling and presenting forensic evidence. The involvement of high-ranking officials like Karnavian and Krishnamurthy in such manipulations underscores the gravity of the situation and the potential for significant ethical violations within the justice system. The motive behind Tito Karnavian's involvement in the manipulation of the contents of folders CCTV 7 and CCTV 9 could be understood as an effort to criminalize Jessica by altering critical evidence. These folders were pivotal in the case, serving as key pieces of evidence to support the prosecution's narrative. The motive for this manipulation could be to strengthen the case against Jessica by presenting a curated version of the evidence that would be more likely to lead to her conviction. By selectively removing certain clips, the prosecution could create a narrative that portrayed Jessica in a more incriminating light, thus swaying the court's perception and increasing the chances of a guilty verdict. This would serve to ensure a conviction in a high-profile case, which was under intense public scrutiny. Tito Karnavian, as the chief of the Jakarta Metropolitan Police, along with Krishnamurthy, the director of general crimes, would have had significant influence over the handling of evidence. Their collaboration with the prosecutors in this manipulation could indicate a concerted effort to control the flow of information and manage the outcome of the trial. The primary motive behind such actions would be to secure a conviction against Jessica Wongso by presenting a version of the evidence that supported the prosecution's claims while concealing any elements that could potentially exonerate her. This manipulation undermines the integrity of the judicial process and raises serious ethical and legal concerns about the conduct of those involved. The motive behind Tito Karnavian and Krishnamurthy's alteration of the contents of the CCTV3 folder, as seen in the prosecutor's possession during the Jessica Wongso case, revolves around securing a conviction by manipulating crucial evidence. The CCTV footage from Folder 3 was pivotal, purportedly showing Jessica's actions and awareness of surveillance at Café Olivier, crucial elements in establishing premeditation. By altering this evidence, they may have aimed to strengthen the prosecution's narrative, portraying Jessica in a more incriminating light. This manipulation serves to align the evidence with the prosecution's theory, potentially omitting or altering details that could weaken their case. Such actions suggest a desire to control the narrative presented in court, shaping it to favor the prosecution and increase the likelihood of a guilty verdict. This motive underscores a willingness to compromise the integrity of the legal process to achieve a desired outcome, casting doubt on the fairness and transparency of the trial. Furthermore, by tampering with the CCTV3 footage, Tito Karnavian and Krishnamurthy may have sought to avoid scrutiny or criticism regarding the investigation's thoroughness and the evidence's reliability. Presenting a curated version of events could shield the prosecution from challenges that might arise if the original, unaltered evidence were scrutinized. This motive reflects a prioritization of securing a conviction over upholding the principles of justice and integrity in legal proceedings. The motive behind altering the contents of the CCTV3 folder appears driven by a strategic effort to strengthen the prosecution's case against Jessica Wongso. By manipulating critical evidence, Tito Karnavian and Krishnamurthy aim to control the narrative, potentially at the expense of transparency, fairness, and the accurate representation of events in court. Such motives highlight serious ethical lapses and raise significant concerns about the integrity of the judicial process in this high-profile case. Under Tito Karnavian and Krishnamurthy command, Hariman Rianto intentionally divided CCTV7 footage into two segments just before Mirna Salihin arrived at Olivier Café at 17:18 local time. In segment 1, from 15:57 to 17:17 local time, the footage remained in full high definition, 1920x 1080px, with a frame rate of 25 frames per second, FPS. In segment 2, from 17:17 to 18:39 local time, the frame dimensions were reduced to 960x 576px, and the frame rate was lowered to 10 frames per second. It was during this altered segment that the position of the stirrer became crucial for analysis, yet it was deliberately blurred by Hariman Rianto. Tito Karnavian and Krishnamurthy's involvement in the manipulation of the CCTV7 footage in Jessica Wongso's case aimed to falsely accuse her of placing a stirrer into Mirna Salihin's coffee, and to obscure the movements of Mirna's hand when she picked up the stirrer from the table. Under Tito Karnavian and Krishnamurthy's direction, Al-Azhar and Hariman Rianto executed deliberate alterations to the CCTV7 footage from Café Olivier. This involved reducing the resolution and frame rate of the footage, which blurred crucial details and distorted the events. By intentionally blurring these details, the manipulation aimed to create a misleading narrative that Jessica Wongso had tampered with Mirna's coffee. This strategic move was designed to cast doubt on Jessica and bolster the prosecution's case, ultimately compromising the integrity of the trial and raising serious ethical and legal concerns about the fairness of the proceedings. Tito Karnavian and Krishnamurthy, along with his subordinates Al-Azhar and Hariman Rianto, played pivotal roles in manipulating the CCTV9 footage related to Jessica Wongso's case. Their actions focused on altering the footage from CCTV9 footage, particularly in segments where the presence of cyanide in the coffee. The manipulation of the CCTV9 footage resulted in a loss of color detail and clarity in the first segment, making it challenging to accurately compare the coffee colors. This deliberate reduction in resolution and frame rate obscured the subtle variations in hue, saturation, and brightness that are crucial for forensic analysis. By tampering with the visual evidence, the team under Tito Karnavian and Krishnamurthy's direction compromised the integrity of the forensic findings. This manipulation not only misled the toxicologists, who based their cyanide analysis on this footage, but also introduced significant doubts about the reliability of the prosecution's evidence. The exposure of these manipulations has serious implications for those involved, including Tito Karnavian, Krishna Murti, and his subordinates, Muhammad Na Al-Azhar and Christopher Hariman Rianto. The deliberate tampering with evidence not only violates ethical and professional standards in digital forensics, but also constitutes a criminal act. If proven guilty, they could face severe legal consequences for their actions. Such manipulations undermine the integrity of the judicial process and erode public trust in law enforcement and forensic practices. Tito Karnavian and Krishna Murti should face severe punishment for his role in manipulating CCTV footage in the Jessica Wongso case. This includes a lengthy prison sentence, potentially over a decade, due to the gravity of tampering with evidence in a high-profile murder case. The inaccurate results from the toxicologists, due to the compromised footage, had far-reaching implications for the trial. The judges relied on flawed forensic evidence to convict Jessica Wongso, which undermines the credibility of the entire judicial process. The deliberate actions of Tito Karnavian, Krishna Murti, and his team in manipulating the CCTV footage cast serious doubts on the integrity of the investigation and the fairness of the trial. This case highlights the critical importance of preserving the accuracy and reliability of forensic evidence to ensure justice is served.